You know, looking back, this was just not very serious wishful thinking, but here we are now.
Today marks the beginning of a collaboration unlike any other.
Maniac 16 and 13 and I have come together once more, but this time, the host will hopefully be the greatest BioTube crossover event the world has ever seen, the BioTube Cataclysm Collab!
A race of beings called the Collectors are invading the multiverse. These creatures have the ability to copy the powers of any being from the universe they choose to invade. Once they absorb enough power, they become Collector Lords, beings with nearly unlimited power at their disposal. Just one of them can destroy an entire universe, and there are thousands upon thousands of them. But hope isn't lost. The Collector's interference has weakened the barriers between universes, allowing heroes and villains alike to cross over and aid each other in battle. Standing together is the only hope of survival.
This is a story of the battle against the Collectors. Any BioTuber, big or small, can participate in this collaboration. If you can make a collector and you have the ability to make stop-motion videos, you have everything you need to join in.
These are base form collectors. All collectors start out looking pretty much the same. Small, basic, very easy to build. It's recommended to use a CCBS torso, simple armor, and simple building techniques. The only absolute requirements are a single Borak eyepiece on the head, and this specific blade piece on the backs. Base form collectors invade universes to take on the traits and powers of others. They are creatures of pure greed and avarice, who desire to conquer the entire multiverse by taking over one universe after the other.
Once collectors copy enough powers, they transform into Collector Lords. Collector Lords not only gain a voice, but can have the combined powers and traits of any number of characters you have. While base form collectors are all supposed to start out basically the same, the Collector Lords are where your own creativity and style can truly shine. They can be male, female, non-binary, etc. There's no wrong way to make a collector. They can be big, they can be small. They can be complex achievements and mock-making, or a simple yet intimidating figure. They can be humanoid, animal-like, or even an unholy Lovecraftian abomination. You want to make something different from everyone else is doing? Go for it! The only requirements for Collector Lords are the single eye and at least one of the blades on their backs, the last remnants of their former base forms. Along the way, try considering what personality and personal goals your collector will have. Are they power-hungry, an egotist who looks down upon others, including their own collector siblings? Someone who believes in serving the collector cause? One who actually admires the heroes?
How do you fight something that can copy all of your character's powers? The spikes on their backs are harmonic resonators that allow collectors to travel between universes and communicate with each other. They are also the collector's greatest vulnerability. Ripping out a collector's resonator spike is the only way to kill them. While base form collectors can easily be killed this way, a fully powered Collector Lord will have many layers of defense around their resonator spikes, and must be critically weakened in order to rip them out and destroy them.
Collectors also have one other weakness. They cannot copy powers from characters who aren't native to the universe they are invading. For this reason, crossovers between participants, while not required, are strongly encouraged.
The theme of this collaboration is working together. Shade and I are doing this collaboration together because a project of this size would be far too big for just one person to organize. So, if you can, work with other BioTubers. Collaborate with your best BioTube friends, or even team up with one of your peers. Let's say you have 4 BioTubers you can work with. If you send one mock over to another's universe, think of all the crossover potential. Your built version of your collaborator's mock doesn't have to be 100% accurate as long as it has the essence of the original. For example, Zarek. If you have the pieces to build your own version of Zarek, I will be willing to voice him for you, provided you let me look through your script.
Trust me, you'll want someone else to look over your scripts, both in the terms of the quality of the writing and if the characterization of your collaborating friends' mocks are accurate. Consider and brainstorm different ideas for your Collector Lords, and how your characters might be able to defeat these monumental threats. A character from someone else's universe might give your characters the edge they need to topple these Collector Lords.
As for how to make your collaboration entry, you will make a Bionicle stop-motion video. No video camera entries will be accepted. Your entry can have whatever events you want to take place to suit your narrative, but at some point it should show your characters fighting against your Collector Lord. We strongly suggest putting a lot of time and effort into your fight scenes. Your entry must be 5 minutes long at a bare minimum, and can be up to an hour long if you want. Please also save a version of your entry without background music so we can use it for editing purposes for the final collab video. I also encourage you to make a mock review of your Collector Lord, though this isn't a requirement.
There's a good chance that if you watch either of us, you may have some idea on how to make a stop motion video. If you're not sure how to make one, well, I'll just shamelessly plug this video I made about a month back here. Link in the description.
The deadline for making your collaboration entry is December 31st, 2021. That's right, you have the whole rest of the year to make your entry. We would strongly suggest making the most of all this time, and really put the effort in to make your entry the best that it can be. Unlike previous collaborations, this is supposed to be telling an epic, interconnected multiversal tale. Put your best foot forward and do not rush things.
We would recommend showing your collectors transforming over time as they acquire new powers. Perhaps consider what characters and creatures they will scan and in what order. That in itself may be an interesting inclusion in your story. Once they become Collector Lords, that's when the real battle begins. This collaboration will be split into 2 phases. Phase 1 will be for submissions, which will last for all of 2021. Phase 2 will begin in 2022, where Mac and I will collaborate with other participants in activities and live streams, such as ranking the best entries in the Collector Lords, among other things.
Please join the official Cataclysm Collab server in the description to hear more information, chat with other participants, show your submissions, and ask for feedback and tips.
Included in the official Cataclysm Collab server are some sound effects for the collectors transforming, as well as other sounds they make in their base form.
If you're looking for someone to voice your collector, this would be a great way to find people to further encourage collaboration.
Since these entries are bound to be extremely long, similar to Mac's Bionicle Battles collab, we will only include our favorite entries in the official, multi-video long collab video, showing the entire saga against the Collector Lords, but we will have a playlist with all the entries.
Shade and I are really excited to see what you guys come up with for this project.
Until then, we'll be waiting for you all. Have fun, and Godspeed.